bienvenue dans notre ville. Nous reconnaissons l'importance de réduire des déchets et de bien utiliser les ressources.
Il existe de nombreuses initiatives pour simplifier nos modes de vie, alors que nous travaillons pour une planète durable. Nous sommes avec vous en esprit.
Le magasin Scopa propose les marchandises en vrac où les clients réutilisent les containers encore et encore et encore.
Alors, s'il vous plaît, du thé à la menthe, s'il vous plaît. Ah, merci. C'est génial. Merci. Alors, ça fait 2 livres 15, 2 livres 20, merci. Ah, merci à vous. Merci, okay. Au revoir.
Je suis venu ici pour faire mon propre beurre d'arachide. Voilà.
Hi, my name is Donna and I work in this aged UK shop where we give goods a rehome. The money goes to the charity to help the elderly people and whatever we can do to help, really.
Good. Qu'est-ce que vous avez trouvé?
Voici un manteau joli.
C'est bon marché?
C'est bon marché, c'est à peu près 5 €. C'est merveilleux. Je veux... Comme ça, qu'est-ce que vous pensez?
Oh, c'est idéal. Il faut l'acheter.
Oh, bien sûr.
Choisir la sobriété solidaire. Nous vous présenterons quelques personnes qui pourront vous parler de leur contribution. Nous entendrons parler de leur vision, de leur réussite et des défis qui demeurent.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Mary, je suis fermier. J'habite ici avec mon partenaire Ashley et je vous invite de visiter notre maison parce que c'est un chantier. Suivez-moi. Très bien. Voilà la chambre. Ici, nous installons une pompe de chaleur géothermique, mais il faut dig up the floor pour préparer avec le béton et il y avait beaucoup à faire ici. C'est un cauchemar, mais cela vaut le coup.
Je m'appelle Jackie Carpenter, et nous avons installé des cellules photovoltaïques sur notre toit. Celle-ci aide à recharger la voiture électrique que nous avons achetée récemment.
Hello, come in. I brought my thermal imaging camera.
Brilliant. Come in.
Right. Okay, now this is the thermal imaging camera, and I've got up photographs I've already taken. And this one,
oh gosh,
yes, that is taken right near here on New Road. Mm-hmm. A resident who was, that's her loft hatch.
Wow, inside right? The house?
Inside the house.
Wow.
And we're looking up at it from the landing on the first floor. And you can see that it's bright red and yellow on the ceiling outside, and then it's blue, bright blue, on the hatch itself. Mm. And that's showing, because blue, it measures temperature. Well, thermal imaging has to use colors to help us understand what it's looking at. And it goes from cold blue and then up through colors to red and white for hot. And so this is showing, because the hatch is so blue, that heat is escaping from the loft into the rest of the house.
La caméra infrarouge montre où la maison perd de la chaleur. Je peux l'utiliser pour planifier une meilleure isolation. Je suis très intéressée par le projet chez Bobby Gilbert.
Bobby Gilbert's 19th century home is undergoing a major renovation. So we're in the first room of the house, and I know this is a room all about insulation, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the things we've done there all to do with insulation. What we've got here is an example of what we've got on all the external walls. On the inside we've got plaster and then about 2 inches of insulation on it. And if you look at the bottom of the walls here, there's insulation coming up there. It's actually coming up out of the floor and it wraps underneath all this concrete you can see here.
It's a bit like when you're in your duvet and you're all tucked in, and you've done that with the house to keep the energy and the heat in.
Exactly, yeah. It's really important that all the different bits of insulation meet up, you've got no gaps. This is going to be the kitchen. Used to be all single glazing, it's all triple glazing now. You can see vent holes in the roof. We've got mechanical heat recovery ventilation system, so all the air that goes out gives up its heat to the air coming in, so you don't lose heat, but you keep very fresh air. I'm expecting the heating cost to come down by at least 3/4, maybe more.
Retrofitting can be incredibly expensive, and there will be some who feel that doing this is the privilege of the wealthy.
The government is making it that, so it shouldn't be. Anyone should be able to do this, and because the climate change is life-threatening, and the gas prices are making people have to choose between eating or heating, then we've got to have more support for that.
There's no question retrofitting can be costly, but both Bobby and Marianne say it's essential and there needs to be more government support to make it possible.
Repair Café redonne vie aux appareils en panne. Redonne vie aux appareils.
Do we know what the problem is?
It's not working.
Oh.
That's all we know. So I've checked it. We haven't got a circuit between the pins. I've checked the fuse and that's all okay. I'm going to change that because it's 13 amp fuse they've got in here when it should be a 3 amp fuse.
Well, the idea is to reduce waste and prolong the life of any item that comes along, really. It might be clothing, it might be electrical work, it might be just a piece of ceramic that needs sticking back together.
Hello, I have just taken an old vacuum cleaner to the repair cafe. It was half broken, but instead of just taking it to the dump, I thought I'll pop in the repair cafe, see if it could be mended. If it is, I will give it away to someone who needs it, which is much better than the dump.
This aquabox contains 12 family filters.
De aquabox. Alors, ici, on a l'eau sale et ici, nous avons un verre. On va l'attacher là et je pompe l'eau sale. Je vais goûter. C'est bon.
Each filter produces 500,000 litres of water, saving 500,000 plastic bottles. Each filter costs €40 to produce. We send 3,000 filters per year. These have been sent to Ukraine, Pakistan, Yemen and Nepal. We do this because we want to save people's lives in the aftermath of disasters.
Je m'appelle Helen Knott et je fais partie du Wirksworth Community Response Group. Nous avons commencé pendant Covid, mais nous continuons à chercher des moyens de soutenir la communauté. Ici, nous avons l'un des endroits où nous pouvons offrir un warm space, espace chaud. Nous voyons que les coûts de l'énergie augmentent. Donc, nous avons trouvé des entreprises et des organisations locales qui ont ouvert leurs portes. Maintenant, 7 jours sur 7, il y a des endroits chauds disponibles pour le public. Grâce à ces warm spaces, les gens économisent sur les coûts de chauffage de leur maison, mais aussi les warm spaces proposent un boisson chaud et un lieu de rencontre. Un grand merci aux organisations participantes. Cet après-midi, c'est ouvert pour tout le monde.
Nous sommes ici dans le Derbyshire Eco Centre, qui est à Wirksworth. Il y a quelques années, pendant une visite jumelage avec des gens de Varallo, de Die et de Francono, nous avons planté des saules. On va voir qu'est-ce que ça donne maintenant.
Nous continuons à soigner le sol planté par jumelage. Ta-da!
Wave.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Katie and I'm in Voix de Wirksworth, and Voix de Wirksworth is to encourage people to enjoy nature and to encourage nature in the local area, and we go for walks and we have talks and we grow things on verges and we try and let lots of wildflowers grow and encourage people to be wild in their garden. So the challenges are that people do like things to be neat, or at least some people, and so they find it quite difficult when they see a verge growing because they consider it messy and they don't realise, they haven't yet learnt how important it is that we let things grow for nature. But the success is that that is changing slowly, but it is changing, and people are beginning to really enjoy seeing the wildflowers and realising it encourages lots of pollinators, which are really important.
So Rosemary, could you tell us about the Wirksworth churchyard and your involvement in it?
Yes, so a small group of us have been trying to get more wildflowers growing in the churchyard for the insects, for biodiversity and also for their beauty. So we have had to we've had to do a lot of planning to get the right mowing regime so that we can get wildflowers that aren't swamped by the grass. And,
Has the community welcomed this initiative?
Some of them have been outraged and angry because it's untidy some part of the year. Others have been welcoming, and over the years more people have welcomed it than have been angry.
Notre question ce matin, que faites-vous pour réduire l'utilisation des ressources et le gaspillage?
Je marche partout à Derbyshire quand je peux.
As far as what, recycling and stuff?
Yeah.
I've made a conscious effort to cut down on my plastic, I suppose. Recycling a lot more.
Pour nos vacances à l'étranger, nous voyagerons en train pour éviter voler par l'avion.
So we made this rule where we don't allow phones or technological devices in our bedroom. We leave it out, but so that we can also stay disconnected to the Wi-Fi and the networking.
Kind of digital hygiene.
Yeah, digital hygiene. And be more connected to our inner selves. In the evenings we just turn the Wi-Fi off as well, and the whole house is rewired in a way that allows us to connect with our authentic selves. Yeah.
Right, well, I always wear a hat because you lose a lot of heat through your head.
I always wear lots of clothes. I've got a scarf,
I've got a gilet. Oh, heaven! Bonjour, je m'appelle Pam. Alors moi, j'essaye de réduire mes déplacements en voiture le plus tôt possible. Autant que possible. Donc j'ai ma carte senior pour l'autobus et de train. Et le plus, j'ai mon chariot de luxe pour faire les courses. Au revoir, bonne année. J'espère venir à Die bientôt.
Hello, my name's Emma Mortimer and I'm really concerned about the environment, and I try to incorporate that in my daily life, which includes composting all my fruit and vegetables, which I use on the garden and on my allotment for growing vegetables.
My name's Wilf and I ride a bike to work every day to avoid emissions. We also you cut local timber down to use for my projects that has just felled in Shining Cliff, which is only about 5 miles away. So the miles on the timber is about 5 miles, and it's all milled on site. That's it.
Nous ne voyageons pas en avion.
Hi, I'm Georgie. I work with some local glass blowers in Wirksworth to reduce my waste. I don't use single-use coffee cups. I use one I can reuse, and I also buy all my veg locally from Pingle Produce.
Yeah. Hello, we are Gus and Fash and we run Pingle Produce. We grow and sell organic vegetables and bring vegetables down to the farmers market.
I'm Rachel from Buttercup Bakery. I've got my own bakery business. I used to use plastic boxes, but I now use cardboard and paper bags.
Bonjour, ce que je fais, moi, je n'achète jamais de vêtements nouveaux.
Okay, hi, my name's Ellie Rickman and I'm an ecologist living in Wirksworth. I've been trying to reduce my use of plastic over the last few years. I've switched to having my milk delivered in bottles and using our local zero waste shop a lot more. It's not that easy because I love things like cheese, which always seem to come pre-wrapped, but I've made quite a lot of changes in my kitchen, which I think is helping. And that's about it.
Hello, I'm Roger Shelley. I'm a Wirksworth resident. I've been recycling and saving energy for years, but recently j'achète 2 petits chats. Ils s'appellent Clouseau et Kato.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Phil Richards. J'aime bien cuisiner, mais nous essayons de ne pas gaspiller de nourriture. Tout le reste de nourriture, surtout des légumes, sont utilisés pour faire du compost pour notre jardin potager.
Добрий день, мене звати Олена. Я з України, з міста Маріуполя. Зараз я разом із своєю родиною мешкаю в Англії, тому що в моїй країні йде війна. Cette année a été très difficile pour nous. Et toute notre famille a dû déménager à cause de la guerre. Cela nous a fait réaliser ce que nous apprécions vraiment dans la vie.
Je vous présente Judy et je vous présente Lorelai. Ici à Wirksworth, les amis de toutes nos villes partenaires sont toujours les bienvenus.
Notre monde est confronté à des défis et nous apprécions les opportunités de maintenir notre dialogue avec des amis du monde entier.
Nous vous laissons avec quelques images de l'exposition Earthbound, où Kate Bellis a travaillé avec d'autres artistes locaux pour montrer
l'histoire de la vie connectée à travers la roche, la terre et la communauté.
À bientôt.
À bientôt.